It is 9 a.m. on a Sunday, and a group of radical leftists are gathered at a shooting range in rural Long Island having target practice. From a distance, it looks like a scene from any small, conservative town in America, a group of guys pawling around in a snow-covered parking lot, taking turns firing down the range while swigging steaming cups of coffee to ward off the cold. Up close, however, it looks quite different. The guns are not American-made, but Russian, forged in the Soviet era. One has a hammer and sickle etched into the bolt. The men are genial but reserved, keeping their distance from the other groups around them. And one of them is complaining bitterly about his coffee. It came in a styrofoam cup. What's wrong with styrofoam? His friend wants to know. It takes, like, 50,000 years to decompose, he replies. The environmentalist's name is Mike, a Long Island native and self-described Marxist-Leninist. He was born in conservative Suffolk County to a clerical worker and industrial maintenance technician. He grew up dirt poor, he says, and became radicalized after spending a lifetime thinking, there's got to be an answer for why it is so shitty. One night earlier this year, after a couple of beers, Mike decided to find some like-minded radicals on Long Island. He posted on a Facebook page called Long Island Socialists and heard back from the page's administrator almost immediately. That's how he found Redneck Revolt, and came to be standing on the gun range that snowy winter's day. Redneck Revolt is a national activist organization that advocates for the downfall of capitalism through the elimination of racism. Its founders believe strongly that working-class liberation can only occur when workers unite, regardless of race. So in 38 different locations around the country, Redneck Revolt mobilizes poor, rural white people to stand up for people of color. And yes, they carry guns. Indeed, Redneck Revolt may look like just another social justice-oriented group. Its website contains frequent mentions of trigger warnings and solidarity, but it is far from it. The members of Redneck Revolt don't want you to sit in a circle, hold hands, and sing Kumbaya. They want you to know you have an enemy, it's just not who you think it is. In an open letter that the group frequently uses for recruitment, it urges working-class white people to look around and wonder, who lives in the houses or trailers in the same neighborhoods as us? Who works next to us in the factories, or cooks alongside us at the restaurants? It sure as hell isn't rich white people, the letter continues. It's brown people, black people, and other working-class white people. They are the ones that are in similar situations to us, living paycheck to paycheck, stretching to feed their families like we do. So why then would we view them as so different from us that we literally view them as our enemies? The message seems to be catching on. From the group's humble beginnings in Colorado and Kansas, it has spread to nearly 40 branches nationwide. Members participate in everything from community gardens to protests at right-wing marches.